Alright, now Django Unchained, one of the year's best movies. Quentin Tarantino, my favorite film director, really came out in form for this one. You know, you had everything. To me, what struck me the most, I think, was the Western vibe. You know, he's been working on this vibe. He had it in Kill Bill, he had it in Glorious Bastards, but here, he really perfects the art of the modern Western.
Yeah.
Blood-soaked, of course, but, you know, it's set in the South, but he's got everything you need for a Western. You got the gunslingers, the beautiful scenery, you know, really shows America the beauty and the ugliness of it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I really loved it too. I thought it was phenomenal. I mean, probably what struck me actually was, you know, you could argue that this is an action movie at heart, right? You have, I mean, especially at the end, there's all these explosions going down. Tarantino blows himself up. The whole bloodbath of Django going berserk, pretty much.
Form.
I mean, that said, though, you get to know these characters. It's so well written. I mean, you actually really kind of feel for the characters, even the evil characters. And so the action really just is the icing on the cake, to be honest. And it's,
Absolutely.
I mean, I just loved it. I thought it was excellent.
Fantastic film. Alright, so, an incredible movie? Perfect? No. You know, for me, Tarantino's masterpiece is probably Glorious Bastards. Love that movie. And, you know, Kill Bill would come in second. I would put this behind those two films. You know, what really kind of got to me is a long movie. The narrative pacing slowed down a little bit too much for my taste. You know, once they got to Candyland, just got a little too slow. I mean, those scenes were well crafted, but it was just too slow compared to, you know, the action-packed beginning, the action-packed end. Just the Candyland scenes, it just dragged a little bit too much for my taste.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that. I mean, I thought the pacing was pretty good, but as far as what I didn't like about the movie, I mean, I gotta say, obviously one of Tarantino's trademarks is kind of celebrating violence and just extreme violence in general. To be honest, though, I felt like, I wouldn't say it took it too far, but there was just too much, too often, relentless, you know, and just the reason I didn't like that is because by the end of the movie I was entirely desensitized. There's no shock value to the violence. I mean, even when you see the guy getting ripped up by the dog, there's like chunks of gore and slop flying everywhere. And then at the end of when Django's bloodbath there, the walls are standing, it looks like a horror movie. So I think it was a little too over the top, like another degree of over the top. I think it took away from it.
You know, Tarantino knows how to pick actors and he knows how to work with them.
Oh, yeah.
Leo was incredible, but I have to give this one to Christoph Waltz. I mean, you know, the German Thunder, the guy just comes over. You know, he made Glorious Bastards, and I think he made this film too. You know, just his way of speaking, his German charm. I mean, obviously the dialogue, Tarantino's dialogue helped a lot, but, you know, just, he's an incredible actor, and I think in any other film, Leo's acting would have stood out in the type of acting, you know, but because he was playing next to Christoph Waltz, who's an equivalent actor in my opinion, he doesn't stand out quite as much.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I think they're both phenomenal, but I gotta disagree a little bit. I mean, Waltz, to me, it's only his second major motion picture here in America, which is, I mean, fine, he's great, but I could see a little bit of, you know, Hans Landa from Inglourious Basterds in his character. Leo, on the other hand, his performance, I mean, it's unlike anything I've ever seen him do. None of his other characters from other movies came to mind at all while I was watching this. I mean, he even, you know, when he cut his hand on the knife in that last scene there, he starts bleeding. That was not even planned. That was total improv. They keep rolling, and he's bleeding everywhere, rubs it on her face. So, I mean, I thought it was great, and I think Christoph Waltz, on the other hand, it's only his second movie, so his roles could get a little repetitive over time.
Django Unchained, hands down, one of the finest movies of the year. Quentin Tarantino brings it, as always. Stellar performances by both Christoph Waltz and Leonardo DiCaprio, as well as Jamie Foxx, combined with the screenwriting, cinematography, everything. It's just an excellent movie.
Yeah, can't go wrong, especially a good performance by Leo. But anyways, if you want to head over to the site, we've got a pretty neat piece running up there right now. Our colleague Brendan Thomas wrote about the acting war, or battle you might say, between Leo and Christoph Waltz. So go on ahead and check that out. Thanks for watching.